Prashant, and Prashant, you've got a piece for us in terms of how you're seeing trade setup.
I think Madhu gave us a sneak peek of the US elections.
Yes.
You know, for our viewers, we promise this is going to be long term, but let me get the very near term out of the way, right? Let me go across to the wall and just sort of put some of these out. So November is going to be important because you've got, as Madhu was saying, US elections, but you've got a couple other things as well. So the dateline will come up on your screen. Tomorrow you get the jobs data out of the US. Then you get the China NPC. And then you got election day, which is 5th of November. Result day. I mean, will we get the result on 5th? We don't know. And then, of course, you got the Fed decision, which is the 7th of November. So this is, the lineup of events. Later, of course, you get the state election results as well. But I'm just focusing on these global things. 2 points each. US jobs data, still remains the most important for the pace of Fed cuts. We got the first cut, which was deep, 50 basis points, but now many stalwarts are saying maybe that was a mistake. The Fed is tied to its forward guidance. They've said they have to cut, so they will cut. But the data is going the other way. All the data which we've got till last night is all strong. So, we'll see. Remember, last month, after the 50 basis point, the September jobs data came, which was much stronger. So this one now will tell us, tomorrow's data will tell us whether September was an aberration or something else. Does the market need to reprice expectations of what the Fed will do? Now I come to US elections. We'll talk more about this, but very quickly, the Electoral College and how they decide the president depends. Essentially, it comes down to 7 swing states. Pennsylvania is essentially the key state because it's got the most number of electoral votes, and that's key to winning the US election. Expect most news networks to so-called call the US election by for us, it'll be Wednesday, 8:45 in the morning. So, we'll be air on Bazaar. And I think around that time, news networks in the US will call the election. There could be, there have been contested elections as well. 2020 is an example. So it's possible people go to court. The Republicans or the Democrats go to court and we don't get a clear verdict. But historically, recount has not changed the outcome per se. So that's essentially point number 2. Then you got China NPC, right? And this is important because China has very smartly deferred this to happen, to coincide, or actually they want to wait and see what the result of the US election is, as Madhu was also saying, and have the flexibility to respond to a Trump victory if the need be so. This is a newspaper which said that Chinese policymakers plan to mitigate any potential impact of geopolitical surprise. And they could announce a much bigger stimulus if a Trump win intensifies headwinds for China. Remember, he's threatening big tariffs, etc. 60%. We'll know if that is just election rhetoric or this is something actual. And of course, we get to the FOMC. By the time we get to it, I think a lot more things will be clear. But for now, markets have not changed their consensus expectations of a 25 basis point rate cut. They still think that a 25 basis point cut is what we will get. Madhu, just to wrap up this point.